Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at Hawkeye. Now that finally all of his changes have been finalized, as in like his damage increase bug has been reverted, and also his inability to crit bleed has been fixed. So now at the moment in the game he is as he should be. And I have started tinkering with him a bit more. I have also taken my Hawkeye up to rank 2. Now, I haven't had enough time or energy to kind of like completely jump into a full-on deep dive on Hawkeye, but I did see some very interesting things, and hence the reason why I'm making today's video. So this initial gameplay is of me just kind of like messing around in Realm of Legends, checking out a few rotations. Now, I know that I'm not using like a perfect synergy team for him, because I also wanted to use synergy team that, you know, would kind of make him able to run deeper in the quest. And I do like the fact that once you run him with Nick Fury and like Gold Pool synergy, he actually also becomes poison immune of his synergy with Nick Fury, and he kind of gets rid of both debuffs, so that's kind of cool. And there are definitely a lot of things that I have started to like about Hawkeye. There are also some of the misconceptions that I believe have been going around in regards of this guy. I do think that people were overly focused on his, big yellow numbers, which understandably is disappointing that they are gone. Realistically, this is 6-star rank 2 with Liquid Courage, Double Edge, plus, 10% attack increase from Nick Fury synergy and stuff like that, and he doesn't hit as hard. But what people don't look at is the bleed damage. You can see that rank 2 Hawkeye takes down Winter Soldier in like 82 hits just by spamming the level 1. And again, I know that there are more effective rotations how to run him. Like in this next fight, I'm trying out with level 2s, and the difference really there isn't all that big. I believe it's like 7 hit difference. This one was 82 first fight, and second fight's like 75 hits. But as I was saying, I think people were kind of like overly focused on the reduction of his crits and, hit damage. And a lot of people just kind of didn't pay too much attention to the fact that he has quite enormous amount of bleed damage. And on top of that, he can keep those bleeds on the opponent for like a very long time in many situations. And that still kind of enables him to have a really solid damage output. Now, obviously, he was not the hardest hitting champion in the game even before the bug fix, unless you had him at Sig 1. And he is not the hardest hitting champion overall in the game now either. But if you take a look at those bleeds right now, you can see that those 4 bleeds are ticking for like 5k. Now I have 2 bleeds and they're ticking for 3k, and they have been on there forever, and they are consistently draining that health away. And now I did miss the perfect release there towards the end, but it doesn't even matter anymore because the fight's over, 75 hits. So I do think that Hawkeye got immediately somewhat discarded by a large group of players because, big yellow numbers or lack thereof isn't as sexy anymore. All right, that being said, I still have my own playtesting to do, and I know for a fact that, I wouldn't be doing the champion justice if I tried to put together like a full-on showcase right now. However, there is somebody that I noticed that has put in a ton of effort working on Hawkeye, and that's why I want to show you guys some of his work. Now, his YouTube account name is Nagase. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description below. But he has been on the Hawkeye train hard. I actually spoke with him. He's in my line room as well. I didn't mention to him that I will be making this video, but I'm sure he's not going to mind. Either way, the man has been putting in a solid amount of work showcasing Hawkeye, and he believes him completely. There is a 47-minute full-on guide and showcase about Hawkeye. And perhaps the most impressively, there's a video where he goes ahead and solos every single boss in Act 6 using Hawkeye. Obviously, for some of the fights, he has to rely on the synergies. And one second, let me just move on the display capture a bit. I thought it's gonna be fine, but it does annoy me a bit. So let's get it up here. Right. So we can see that there is Labyrinth of Legends. Well, this is 612. Yeah, 612. That are very handily. He has kind of like put in stamps and marks for every single fight. So it's very easy to find where each fight is at. They are all going in order. And I can only imagine how much time and effort this took. Here we can see the actual timestamps and stuff. But I can only imagine how much time and effort it took to go across all of Act 6 and then just, solo every single one of the opponents. So we have Kingpin there, why not? And we have Mordo, this, very, very annoying Mordo that everybody is hating on. That slow mechanic definitely becomes super helpful, plus the power control abilities. Why is this not working correctly? I think this is where I'd be happy to leave it. And then we have the champion fight. Apparently you can do the champion as well. Why not? See, you get some poisons on. Apparently that's important. And then job's done. Yeah, poisons reduce healing more, so you can see how that could be helpful. And there's a Nick Fury fight. Even Havoc, somehow. Cool. Then we have Iron Man Infinity War. And it's important to mention that obviously Hawkeye is not going to be the best option for a lot of these bosses. Quite impressively, though, we can see that he's even tackling that Captain America Infinity War here. But either way, it is worth noting that Hawkeye is not going to be the best option. As you can see that he's like 262 hits in this fight. We're not talking about that. You should not look at it as in like, oh, I'm going to get Hawkeye and I'll be, able to solo every single boss. No, I'm sure this took a lot of work, effort, and a skill. 100%. However, that being said, I do think that this video does extremely great job showcasing, how I think there are more champions than just Hawkeye who can accomplish similar feats. And there are definitely a lot of champions that are overlooked for one reason or another. Because, in this game, it's also important for champion not to be necessarily, good, but also be popular. There are reasons why we like the champions that we like and why we use those champions more so than others. And we have countless content creators who have proved that a lot of champions who have been discarded by majority of the player base can perform. Again, different question is whether, they do it the best or the easiest and the most effective and things like that. But there are a lot of champions that can do a lot more things than you would have thought they can. Yesterday, I would have dismissed the idea that Hawkeye can solo every single Act 6 boss. I would have thought about fights like this, that's going to be extremely long and, tedious, and there are a lot of abilities that kind of like prevent you from doing a lot of damage and stuff like that. But it turns out, where there is will, there is a way, and where there is determination, there are results. And I think Nagase makes a very valid point, not just for Hawkeye, but also for a lot of champions that might not necessarily be the most popular champions. It's a very good watch. Definitely suggest you guys check it out. You're gonna find it quite interesting how you can bypass, some of the problem aspects in these Act 6 boss fights by the use of either synergies or masteries, and how you can customize Hawkeye itself in order to give him like his extra abilities and stuff like that. But it's definitely worth checking out all that he can do. And we have Hydra Adopted solo. There is a Grandmaster solo as well, by the way, guys. So yeah, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to recognize how great of a job Nagase has done, first and foremost. Also, I wanted to give kind of like a little bit of a boost or encouragement for people to not give up on Hawkeye, even though he doesn't hit for 50k anymore on medium hits and stuff like that. And here we are. So there are more videos. As I said, there is a full-on guide. There is a Mordor fight, 1.1 million damage in 1 minute against Star-Lord. And I'm sure he has uploaded plenty of other content. I just, haven't been familiar with his channel for a very long time. I just very recently stumbled upon it. But yes, definitely go check it out. I don't know him like as a content creator all that well, but if for nothing else, then definitely check out that Hawkeye video if you are interested in the champion, and perhaps it can be somewhat of an eye-opener. And all that being said, I hope you guys found this video useful. As I said, I'm gonna pin the link to his channel in the comment section. I also add it in the video description so you guys can't miss it. And I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the